Leopards, like most big cats, are the ultimate masters of secrecy. They are one of the hardest of all big cats to spot, let alone observe. The reason behind this is simple. Leopards need absolute invisibility to hunt. They blend seamlessly into their environment, a skill that has allowed them to survive for millions of years. But there's another reason why leopards remain hidden from our view. On the ground, they are vulnerable. They always need to look over their shoulder as danger can strike at any moment. Despite their elusive nature, leopards only ever feel truly safe in a tree. This is why climbing is second nature for them. In fact, their ability to climb trees is what makes them such extraordinary hunters and survivors. Their natural habitat, dense forests, has made them the perfect climbers, and this ability has helped them evolve into incredibly secretive animals. But even with their remarkable skills, leopards face constant challenges. For example, in India's Gir forest, researchers have been studying the lion population, which has put leopards in a constant state of fear. In the past, there were so few lions that leopards were the top predators here. But now, lions are making a strong comeback, forcing leopards back into their more secretive behavior. This constant struggle between the two predators has shaped the leopard's survival tactics. Filming leopards has always been a challenge for me. The entire point of these animals is that you can't see them. They only reveal themselves to us when they feel it's absolutely necessary. Yet in some places, like Sri Lanka's Yala National Park, leopards have lost their fear of humans. This gives us an incredible opportunity to explore their lives in ways that were once impossible. But even here, capturing footage of these elusive creatures requires patience, as they are most active in the dead of night. The secret life of leopards involves a high level of stealth and agility. These cats can live in almost any habitat, forests, grasslands, and even urban areas, but they are most at home in dense forests, where their camouflage is at its best. Leopards are also highly adaptable, and their ability to thrive in different environments has made them one of the most widespread big cats in the world. From Africa to Asia, leopards have been able to conquer various terrains. But despite their widespread distribution, finding a leopard in the wild can be nearly impossible. They are extremely well camouflaged, and even when they are common in an area, spotting them is still a rare occurrence. When you finally do catch a glimpse of a young leopard in perfect condition, it is one of the most beautiful and awe-inspiring sights a human can behold. Many people confuse leopards with jaguars, but they are two very different big cats. While jaguars are stockier with more muscular builds, leopards are lighter and more agile. Their long legs and powerful rear allow them to run swiftly, and their long tail helps with balance and agility. Despite their sleek, graceful appearance, leopards still possess the incredible strength common to all big cats, thanks to their specialized fast-twitch muscle fibers. This particular young female leopard probably weighs less than 40 kilograms, while her mother, waiting patiently for her, weighs around 60 kilograms. The cub looks up and spots her mother, making eye contact as if to say, "I've got this covered." Without the mother's guidance and protection, the cub would never have made it this far. Trust is everything in the leopard world. Without it, they could never get this close to us without being detected. At this moment, the mother is helping her daughter learn the most important lesson of all, how to fend for herself. The young leopard seeks reassurance, hoping that their old life, the one where the mother was the primary hunter, can continue. Soon they will hunt together, but first they need to find water. In the dry season, animal hoofprints often mark the only water sources available. Life lesson number 1 for the young cub: drink from a muddy puddle without getting stung by a bee. For these leopards, the world is still full of opportunities. They have access to prey and a safe space to grow. If there's any place in the world where a young female leopard has a good chance at survival, it's Sri Lanka's Yala National Park. Here, lions and tigers became extinct over 10,000 years ago, leaving leopards to reign as the top predators. Despite their position at the top of the food chain, leopards in Yala still face challenges. They must deal with wild boars, larger predators, and the constant threat of larger cats that patrol their territory. Leopards are nocturnal hunters. At night, we can use special equipment like super-sensitive starlight cameras or infrared lights to capture their movements. We follow them as they stalk their prey in the dark, blending into their surroundings. The cub, excited at the prospect of hunting on her own, stalks anything that moves. But as she spots a wild boar, she realizes just how outmatched she is. A single male wild boar can weigh 3 to 4 times more than a young leopard. The boar doesn't seem worried, and the young leopard knows she's out of her league. The wild boar, sensing danger, does what wild boars always do when they encounter leopards. They send them into the trees. For a leopard, being in a tree is a natural state of refuge, a place to hide, watch, and plan their next move. In Yala, leopards are difficult to spot in the daylight, but with the help of our special equipment, we can track them almost anywhere at night. At night, leopards are easier to locate, and their behavior becomes much more predictable. When a male leopard roars, it's not because he's hunting deer, it's a call to other leopards. The young female leopards recognize this call, whether it's from their father or another male, and retreat to the safety of the trees. Leopards have evolved to be incredibly stealthy, allowing them to survive in a world full of predators and threats. But despite their secretive nature, they still need to interact with their environment. When it's time to hunt, they'll leave their hiding places and begin stalking their prey once again. But at all times, they remain cautious, constantly aware of the dangers that lurk around them. In Yala, we see the young leopard attempt to hunt a herd of sambar, but they are too large and powerful for her. Her mother, watching from a distance, lets her daughter learn on her own. The lesson: hunting isn't just about physical strength, it's also about knowing when to back down. Leopards are solitary animals, often going days without interacting with other leopards. But when it's time to mate, they communicate through scent trails, and the male will track the female down. Mating for leopards is a rough affair, as males bite the female's neck to protect themselves from her claws. The mating process can last for hours, but it's necessary for the continuation of the species. Leopards have survived for millions of years by adapting to an ever-changing world. They've learned to wait for the right moment, to be patient, and to remain unseen. Their ability to move silently, their strength, and their cunning have allowed them to survive in a world that's constantly changing. In places like Mumbai, leopards have adapted to living among humans. They've become experts at navigating urban landscapes and hunting at night when most people are asleep. These urban leopards have found an abundance of food in the form of domestic animals like dogs. The leopards of Mumbai are the perfect example of how adaptable and resourceful these magnificent cats can be. Despite their ability to thrive in urban areas, leopards still face dangers: wild boars, dogs, and other predators. But in Mumbai, the leopards have learned to use their extraordinary skills to navigate the city and survive. Leopards are survivors, constantly adapting to new environments. Whether in the wilds of Sri Lanka or the busy streets of Mumbai, leopards continue to thrive. Their ability to remain hidden, to be patient, and to adapt to any situation makes them one of nature's most successful predators. This is the secret life of leopards: stealthy, intelligent, and always watching, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. These magnificent creatures are proof of the power of adaptability and the art of survival.